a little more prominent in London. And we have a very large Indian community in London, as you may know. Also Tamil, very large Tamil community of followers there too. Haribol, Hare Krishna, welcome. Start. Are you also familiar? Priya and this Prabhu, you know this?
No.
So have a chat with him, settle him down. We won't start if I have to do it.
Atmarama used to set up but it will be stored and you can share
Vishnu Padaya. We have to be a little quiet, don't we? We have neighbors upstairs fast asleep. People sleeping. We have to be a little bit quiet. Vishnu Svastaya Putale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swamiti Namane Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna So we chant one or two little prayers first to our spiritual master, and then we'll chant Hare Krishna. Are you familiar with Hare Krishna?
Yes.
Are you?
Not so much, but about the mantra.
Yeah, you've heard it before. Okay, good. And Priya, what is your name? What is your name?
Saptarshi.
Pardon?
Saptarshi.
Saptarshi. Saptarishi, very nice. So Priya, on there maybe you'll see these prayers. I don't know where they are. I can't tell you that. They're probably on there somewhere.
Prabhupada Pranam mantra is on there.
It is on there? Okay. So after that we'll chant the Hare Krishna mantra, if you're familiar. If you're not, you're probably on there too.
Yes.
Okay, good. And after that we'll have a little talk, and then is the prasadam today for the devotees?
Yes.
Who's bringing the prasadam?
It's already, yeah, part of it is
Already here? Okay, good. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravahamani Pracharine Nirvasesha Shunyavadi Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj ki jai. Hare Krishna. So thank you for inviting us here today.
Merci pour l'invitation aujourd'hui ici.
Hare Krishna. And especially we'd like to welcome our... Is it your first time here? First time?
No, I used to come here before. This is on a Sunday. This is my first time on a Sunday.
First time on Sunday. But you've been here in the evening.
Yeah.
And where are you living? Where are you living?
In Paris.
In the city.
Basically, I'm from Calcutta.
Living in Calcutta.
No, now I'm living in France.
Oh, okay.
Now I'm living in
But in the city center somewhere in the city.
I'm living near La
Chapelle, very close. And you're also living that way, La Chapelle?
Just here.
Pardon?
Just here nearby.
Very close, she's living very close to you. Very handy. So thank you so much for coming, those who come for the first time. Pardon? With the strikes and, you know, the whole mood is kind of like, oh, don't want to go anywhere maybe, I don't know. And what was your name again?
Sanity.
Pardon?
Sanity.
Samitya?
Is a regular.
Samitya?
Sanity.
Sanitya. Sanidya. From?
From India.
Algeria.
No, India.
India. Wow. Wonderful. Wonderful. That's wonderful. Thank you. So you're also living in Paris? Charles, nearby, isn't it? Charles de Gaulle.
Charles de
Not
Gaulle,
far
yes.
away. Well, thank you for coming. Hare Krishna. Wonderful. So you've come on a very wonderful day, in one sense.
Donc aujourd'hui, c'est un jour très merveilleux, dans un certain sens.
We see in the Bhagavad Gita there's Krishna speaking to Arjuna.
Dans la Bhagavad Gita, Krishna parle à Arjuna.
And in the 4th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, in the 4th chapter there's a very... The 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita is called Divya Gyan, transcendental knowledge.
Et donc, dans le 4e chapitre de la Bhagavad Gita, qui s'appelle Divya Gyan, la connaissance transcendantale.
And in the 4th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna emphasizes very strongly a very important point about how do we understand who we are, how do we understand what is the truth, and what is the difference between matter and spirit.
Et vraiment, dans ce chapitre-là, Krishna met un point à se concentrer sur savoir qui on est et comment le savoir, quelle est cette matière.
In the material world, when we want to get knowledge, we generally have to make some inquiry.
Dans le monde matériel, si on veut acquérir une connaissance, généralement on doit poser des questions.
And that inquiry has to generally be from somebody who knows. We may, ask somebody who doesn't. But if we want the knowledge, we generally have to go to somebody who knows.
Et généralement, lorsque l'on pose une question, on pose la question à une personne qui connaît la réponse. Parfois, on peut poser la question à quelqu'un qui ne connaît pas, mais dans le meilleur des cas, il vaut mieux poser la question à quelqu'un qui sait la réponse.
If we want to come here, for instance, and we live in La Chapelle, and you don't know how to come, we generally will inquire, isn't it?
Par exemple, si vous vivez à La Chapelle et que vous voulez venir ici, et que vous ne savez pas le chemin, alors généralement vous demandez votre chemin.
Of course, we could say materially, we can go on Google, or we can look at some other method and find some map direction to reach here.
Bon, bien sûr, on peut utiliser d'autres méthodes matérielles comme regarder sur Google ou trouver un plan afin de trouver la direction pour venir ici.
But even there, there's a person behind the map who's made the map.
Mais même dans ce cas-là, il y a quelqu'un derrière, il y a quelqu'un qui a fait cette carte.
There's always a person behind, the transmission of knowledge.
Il y a toujours quelqu'un derrière la transmission du savoir, de la connaissance.
And imagine what it'd be like if the people running, do you call it GPS here? What do you call
Yes,
it?
GPS as well.
If the people behind it thought today we'll have a bit of fun, we'll make everything wrong on the GPS.
Donc imaginez si les personnes qui ont conçu ce GPS, en fait, indiquaient tout le temps la mauvaise direction.
And when it's supposed to be right, we'll tell them it's left.
Et quand on est supposé tourner à droite, ça dit tourner à gauche.
And when they look for the fastest route, we'll give them the slowest route.
Et quand on cherche pour l'itinéraire le plus rapide, ça nous donne le plus lent.
And when we send them down a street, we'll send them down a dead-end street. Cul-de-sac.
Yes. Et quand on veut aller dans une certaine rue, ça nous envoie dans une impasse, dans un cul-de-sac.
We'll tell everyone to go down no entry streets.
Ça nous fait entrer dans une voie à sens unique.
It'd be a bit of a mess, wouldn't it?
Contresens.
Imagine what it's like. Everybody almost is using GPS in Paris, right?
C'est très compliqué, n'est-ce pas? Presque tout le monde utilise des GPS.
Google
ou Google
Maps or whatever it is, I don't know what it is, but practically everybody, isn't it? If they're driving a car.
Pratiquement tout le monde utilise ce genre d'appareil.
Even if they're walking, they're using it too.
Et même en marchant, ils les utilisent, n'est-ce pas?
Practically speaking, you're walking and you're looking where to go now.
Donc ils regardent où est-ce qu'ils vont en regardant sur leur téléphone la direction.
Imagine if it was all upside down, back to, or it didn't work at all.
Imaginez que tout soit sans dessus-dessous ou alors que ça ne marche
What
pas
will
du
you
tout.
do?
Qu'est-ce que vous feriez?
What will happen?
Qu'est-ce qui se
Chaos,
passerait?
complete
Ce
chaos.
serait le chaos complet, n'est-ce pas?
Chaos. Or if no longer the system didn't work anymore, it would be in complete chaos.
Si le système ne fonctionnait plus, ce serait un chaos total.
We wouldn't be able to work it out. Then we'd all say, which way do I go? Which way do I go? I don't know.
Et on demanderait où est-ce que je dois aller?
I'm
Où
also
est-ce que
lost.
je dois aller? On dirait je sais pas. On serait tellement perdu.
You're from Calcutta. The traffic would be nothing. The traffic would be much worse than Calcutta is worst if that were to happen here, right? It'd be chaos. But I mean, if the GPS and the Google, nothing was working, Paris is already bad, but it would be unbelievable if there was, absolute chaos.
Donc par exemple à
It
Calcutta
was
où
like that.
le trafic est très dense, s'il n'y avait plus de GPS, ce serait le chaos. Alors que dire ici aussi à Paris où c'est aussi dense, ce serait le chaos total.
Materially, there's always somebody behind all these things, Somebody there who knows and is organizing or working with others to organize all these things that are going on. Electricity, water, gas, traffic lights, internet, finances. It's an enormous task, materially.
Matériellement parlant, il y a toujours quelqu'un derrière chaque chose qui a travaillé, élaboré ces choses, que ce soit l'électricité, les finances, Internet, les routes, etc., etc.
We just complain when it doesn't work, but the actual working is incredible. I mean, there's so much energy going into making it work.
En fait, on se plaint quand ça ne marche pas, mais en fait, on réalise pas que quand ça marche, ça a demandé un travail incroyable.
So what to speak of the material universe?
Alors que dire du monde matériel, de l'univers
It's all
matériel?
going on, isn't it? The sun, the atmosphere,
soit le
the
soleil,
rains,
l'atmosphère,
the
la pluie,
orbiting of the planets.
l'orbite des planètes.
Everything's going on. The nature is just incredible.
La nature est incroyable.
See how much work we have to do just to try to change nature's arrangement. We're trying to change it with all this modern technology and so on.
Et voyez tous les efforts que l'on doit faire pour essayer de changer l'ordre établi de la nature avec la technologie moderne.
And to a tiny, tiny degree, we can have some little effect. Tiny, it's so small.
Et c'est vraiment sur un niveau tellement minuscule que l'on peut avoir un effet.
A little airplane flying from Paris to New York.
Par exemple, un avion qui
Calcutta.
voyage de Paris à New York ou de Paris à Calcutta
Are you family from Madras, Chennai, or to Chennai?
ou à Chennai.
Where's your family from?
It's from Dehradun, which is in the north.
Yeah.
Rishikesh?
Rishikesh. So
Yeah.
you probably have to fly to Delhi if you want to go home, is it, from
Yes,
here?
and then take a second flight.
Then you go local. But flying to Delhi it's a big thing. Now we can fly planes. Take yourself a few thousand miles up in the air, you cannot see anything.
Donc voyager jusqu'à Delhi, c'est quelque chose d'incroyable, mais on vous emmène plusieurs kilomètres au-dessus du sol, mais vous ne pouvez rien voir en fait.
In the universe is nothing.
Et l'univers, c'est rien.
There
Au
are
niveau de
planets,
l'univers, c'est rien.
massive planets orbiting, flying, you could say, in the sky.
Il y a des planètes massives en train d'orbiter dans le ciel.
Nobody's doing that.
Et
It's
personne ne fait
just
ça.
sort of
Non,
happened.
Non, c'est juste arrivé comme ça, par hasard.
Well, you could say the same thing about an airplane. No, it just sort of happened,
Donc on pourrait dire la même chose à propos des avions. Non, c'est juste arrivé comme ça, tout seul.
No, there's organization behind something.
Non, il y a une organisation derrière.
And to find out, we generally have to go to somebody who knows.
Et pour avoir cette connaissance, généralement, on doit consulter quelqu'un qui a cette connaissance.
You ask a 4-year-old child, tell me, son, how is that? You see that up there? Up in the sky, that airplane? Tell me how it's working.
Par exemple, vous ne demandez pas à votre petit enfant de 4 ans, « Ah, tu vois dans le ciel, là, cet avion? Comment il a été conçu, cet avion ?»
At best, the boy will have a little bit of knowledge, but not much.
Au mieux, ce petit garçon, il aura un tout petit peu de connaissances, mais
Even
pas
a
grand-chose.
so-called adult would probably not have much knowledge really. I mean, when you really get down to it.
Et en réalité, même un adulte n'aurait pas toute cette
Because
connaissance.
the air pressure underneath is higher than the air pressure above. It pushes the plane up when it's driven forward by the engines. I mean, who knows that?
Certains auront cette connaissance que la pression de l'air en dessous des ailes est inférieure à la pression des ailes au-dessus des ailes, et cela le fait
I don't want to
flotter,
scare
et
you. I don't want to scare you, but you know,
et
when
les
you go
réacteurs
in
le
a
font
plane,
avancer.
it depends on the air pressure above the wing and below the wing.
Donc je ne veux pas vous faire peur, mais ça dépend vraiment que de la pression en dessous et au-dessus
The
des
whole plane
ailes.
is like, and everyone in it is depending on that air pressure.
Tout le monde dans l'avion dépend juste de la
Pretty
pression
risky, isn't
atmosphérique. C'est très risqué, non?
But I mean, when we get down to it, the whole world is depending on air pressure.
Mais en réalité, si l'on
If
regarde
Krishna
bien,
turned the pressure
tout
up,
dépend de
One little dial, we'd all be
cette pression
crushed
atmosphérique.
or dead, gasping for breath.
Si on augmente ne serait-ce que d'un tout petit peu ou que l'on diminue, on pourrait être soit comprimé
Perfect
ou alors
balance.
en train de manquer d'air.
Now we're trying to interfere with it, right? With all this, what they call it, environmental problems, the gas, what is it in the environment? All these gases and things.
The greenhouse
Carbon effect and all
so-
these things, yeah. Yeah, that's our interference with nature.
Et nous, on essaye d'interférer avec la nature, que ce soit avec les émissions de carbone, de dioxyde de carbone, etc.
And then we try to do something else to counteract it.
Et après, on essaye de faire autre chose pour contrer ce que l'on a fait déjà.
And in the Bhagavad, that's also in the 4th chapter, Krishna has given an indication of a system which is natural system under his direction.
Et c'est aussi dans le chapitre 4, Krishna a donné des indications sur toutes les forces naturelles qui sont sous sa juridiction.
It's like if we work in France, for instance, if we work with the cooperation or under the guidance of the government, under the guidance of the authorities, you're generally, they're quite happy with you. You can go around your life quite normally, without too much problems.
Oui, par exemple, ici, lorsque vous travaillez en France, si vous travaillez en accord avec le gouvernement, avec les lois, etc., avec les autorités, alors généralement, vous pouvez continuer à vivre de manière assez heureuse.
But imagine if you go, there's like that the government or the police have put some signs up, no parking, this, that, the other, no parking here, and this and that. You go along, take the sign up and put it somewhere else.
Ou par exemple, si la police a décidé de dire qu'ici, vous ne pouvez pas vous garer, alors vous avez juste décidé de prendre ce panneau et le mettre ailleurs,
Just like we did this morning.
comme ce qu'on a fait ce matin.
Or we did, he did. He moved these, no parking VIP signs so we could park. No parking here. There's nowhere else to park.
Oui, donc j'ai bougé les plots
Don't tell the
VIP,
authorities, please. Don't
réservés
tell the authorities.
pour que Maharaj puisse se garer.
Because they're not around on Sunday
Mais
morning.
il ne faut pas le dire. Mais bon, ils sont peut-être pas là un dimanche matin.
In the material nature, Krishna's around all the time. The nature, it's not that nobody's watching. There's everything is being witnessed.
Mais dans la nature matérielle, en fait, c'est pas qu'il y a rien qui surveille. Toute chose est surveillée.
If we try to change the scriptural directions, we change nature's arrangement, etc. You can't get away with it, I'm afraid.
Et j'ai bien peur que nous, malgré le fait que l'on essaye de changer comment la nature est ordonnée et est agencée,
Burn the
on ne va
ozone.
pas s'en sortir.
They call it the ozone. You burn the ozone, or you
Par
contaminate
exemple,
the atmosphere, you kill the fishes, or whatever you do by your efforts.
Par exemple, quoi que l'on fasse avec nos efforts, que l'on diminue la couche d'ozone,
Happiness.
que l'on tue les poissons, que l'on participe à la
Happiness
déforestation.
cannot be found by trying to adjust the material world.
On ne pourra pas trouver le bonheur en essayant d'ajuster la nature matérielle à nos
It's
besoins.
found by learning to live in the material world according to how we're meant to live in this world.
Il faut il faut apprendre à vivre dans ce monde matériel selon les moyens dont nous avons été faits pour vivre dans ce monde matériel.
And Krishna has explained in the 4th chapter, so Chaturvanya Mayashritam Guna Karma the Bhagavata. He's given this system of living in this world, and by the acting in this way and performing sacrifice, you'll be happy.
Et donc, dans le chapitre 4 également, Krishna nous a donné le système pour vivre dans ce monde matériel, c'est-à-dire en effectuant des sacrifices. Et de cette manière-là, nous pourrons vivre de manière heureuse.
But people don't know.
Mais les gens ne le savent pas.
They're speculating. They're asking people who don't know also.
Ils demandent à d'autres personnes qui n'ont pas cette connaissance non plus.
And we're going around in circles.
Et on tourne en rond.
You know, if you look at the history, you'll see we're really not getting anywhere, just going around in circles.
Si vous regardez l'histoire, vous allez voir qu'on n'avance pas, on ne va nulle part, on ne fait que tourner en rond.
Instead of going on a horse, we're going in an aeroplane, but it's the same thing.
Au lieu de se déplacer à cheval, on se déplace maintenant en avion, mais c'est la même chose au final.
And there's no solution to the real desire of the living entity.
Il n'y a aucune vraie solution face au vrai désir des êtres vivants.
Materially is one thing, but in the 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says there's a higher truth.
Donc matériellement c'est une chose, mais dans le chapitre 4, Krishna nous donne une vérité supérieure.
There's a higher purpose of life.
Il y a un but supérieur à la vie.
Good superior. Where's the good superior?
Oui, le but supérieur.
We got it here?
Yes,
Give us a good
we have them. Oui, il y en a là, à côté de la Upanishad
That's
et
English.
de la Bhagavad
Where's the
Gita.
French one? French one. Good superior. The good superior. See the higher taste.
You don't pronounce the T. It's
The goo. The goo. The goo. 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 Goo goo.
Goo.
The Google superior. No, the goo superior. The goo superior. The goot superior. And if you English person would say, the goot, right?
Yes, that's what this is.
Goo. Goo. Le goût supérieur. This is a French cookbook.
Donc c'est un livre de recettes français.
Higher taste. Ooh. A lot of people, they look at it, ooh, they like it. Huh?
Il y a beaucoup de gens qui regardent, qui aiment
We were
en regardant.
distributing yesterday, mainly Bhagavad Gitas, Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita, French.
Hier, on
on
a
the
distribué
street
pas mal de ces
yesterday.
livres et des Bhagavad Gita.
We went to hell. Is that what it's called? The hell? The hells?
Leal, not hell.
Not hell, huh?
Similar.
What's the difference between that and hell? Tell me. Give me one difference. Anyway, we
Donc
were
on
there
était au
yesterday.
hall hier en train de distribuer.
Distributing these books and Bhagavad Gitas particularly, right, Vasika? Mostly in French, some in English also.
Donc on a distribué majoritairement des livres
And
français.
people,
un peu en-
they like it, they like these, look at these pictures, they love it.
Donc ils voient ces images et ils aiment.
Enjoy, they want to enjoy their
Car
time.
ils veulent profiter.
But there's a higher happiness, the good superior, there's a higher taste.
Mais il y a un goût supérieur, un bonheur supérieur.
2nd chapter, Krishna says, you've got to get that if you really want to experience the highest, you've got to, what does he say? Vidya, Vishaya vinivartante niraha rastyadini rasavajam vasopyasya param drishtva navartate. If you want to get this higher taste, it's available to everyone. Every living entity is available.
Donc dans le chapitre 2, Krishna dit que ce goût supérieur, il est disponible pour tout le monde.
And by experiencing that higher taste, you have no more interest in the lower taste of this world.
Et une fois que l'on a goûté à ce goût supérieur, on n'a plus aucun intérêt pour ces goûts qui sont inférieurs.
What are we talking about when we say lower taste?
De quoi est-ce que l'on parle lorsque l'on
What do
parle
we
de
mean?
goût inférieur?
Give me an example.
Donnez-moi un exemple.
Léal.
Lael. You won't think, I've got to go to Lael.
Vous n'allez plus penser, je dois aller au hall,
I've got to go to a restaurant. I've got to
Je dois aller
eat
au
something to
restaurant.
see if there's anyone there.
je dois aller
But I
manger,
want to
voir s'il y a
see.
d'autres gens,
See what's going on.
je dois voir ce qui se passe.
What's that guy who stands there, that little black guy, kind of most black guy? What's that guy? You know that guy just next to us when we're doing the kirtan? Stands there.
Yes,
Hundreds of people
the
gathered
break dancer.
Yeah. He's going like this, and hundreds of people gather around watching.
C'est comme il y a ce breakdancer à côté de nous.
With a lower taste.
Et il bouge un peu comme un robot. Et il y a des centaines de gens qui sont là.
They get some
en train de
taste out of
regarder.
it, God knows what.
Et ils ont des goûts inférieurs. Ils sont là.
I get a taste out of it. I laugh as well, you know, it's kind of funny.
Moi aussi, j'ai reçu un goût, j'ai rigolé.
A lot of people, I don't know, what do they go there for?
Et je me demande pourquoi les gens vont là, qu'est-ce qu'ils font?
Restaurants? What do they go there for?
Shopping.
Shopping?
Ils
In
y vont
the
pour le shopping.
shopping mall. Okay, shopping, eating. What else do they go there for?
Manger.
And they meet each other over there.
Pardon?
From suburbs, they come young.
Yeah, but what do they go there for? I know they go there.
They meet each other, girls and boys.
They meet. Okay, it's a meeting place for the youngsters.
Donc c'est un lieu de rencontre
Yeah, they
pour les
meet
gens.
each other. It's a central point. Okay, they meet.
C'est un point central.
They eat.
Ils
They
mangent.
shop. What else they do? I saw some people selling things to each other yesterday.
Il y a aussi des gens qui se vendent des choses.
I think some illegal substances. maybe.
des substances illégales.
A Christmas market, okay, different
Il y a un
things.
marché de Noël aussi.
All material sense enjoyment, right?
Vous avez toutes les gratifications sensuelles là-bas, n'est-ce pas?
It's like, you know, trying to get some more pleasure out of this material world.
Ils essayent d'avoir plus de plaisir de ce monde matériel.
Most people can't imagine. But the same thing's going on everywhere in the world. It's just different. Different
C'est juste que les gens ne peuvent
in
pas
the terms
imaginer.
of the
Mais
place. But the same thing going on. People want to eat. They want to enjoy their senses. They want to meet, right?
il y a la même chose qui se passe partout dans le monde.
They
C'est juste
take
des lieux
smoke,
différents.
smoking,
Ils vont se
drinking,
rencontrer, manger, boire,
meet a
fumer,
girl, meet a boy, sex,
rencontrer des hommes, des femmes, avoir des
eat
relations
some, go into
sexuelles,
McDonald's,
aller au McDonald's,
have a vegetarian plate of chips,
avoir un repas végétarien de frites
or something else, McBurger or whatever.
ou des burgers,
Go down to protest,
aller manifester.
whatever. It's all totally mundane,
C'est totalement
absolutely
juste
mundane.
mondain.
Watch the dancer.
Regardez les danseurs.
It's just nowhere. It's the same thing. It's over and over again, the same
C'est
thing.
toujours la même chose, encore et encore.
They haven't got any idea of a higher taste,
Ils n'ont aucune idée d'un goût supérieur.
because that's a spiritual taste.
Car c'est un goût supérieur, ce goût supérieur.
Krishna says-
C'est un goût spirituel.
In the 8th chapter, Krishna said, if you go to the heavenly planets, Brahma Bhuvana Loka Punarvartina Arjuna, that even in the heavenly planets, there is a place of suffering.
Et Krishna dit que même les planètes édéniques, les planètes paradisiaques, c'est juste un monde matériel, c'est un endroit où de souffrance.
Why?
Pourquoi?
When you analyze it, what is the real suffering? What are we really suffering from in this?
Lorsque l'on analyse, qu'est-ce que la souffrance? De quoi l'on souffre vraiment?
I mean, you could say, oh, I'm suffering from the flu.
Alors on peut dire, je souffre de la grippe.
Big problem, winter, you know.
C'est un grand problème en hiver, n'est-ce pas?
Oh, I'm suffering because of the government. They're passing a new law on pensions. Don't like it.
Ou alors, non, je souffre à cause du gouvernement, ils sont en train de passer des nouvelles réformes.
Suffering. Not enough money.
Ah non, j'ai pas assez d'argent.
What else is suffering from?
De quoi est-ce que l'on souffre encore?
One of our devotees was suffering from toothache yesterday. Oh, toothache.
Ou alors, des gens qui
Chakradhar.
souffrent de maux de dents.
What else you
Chakradhar,
suffer from?
De quoi
Somebody
est-ce qu'on
giving us a hard time, maybe. All kinds of different things.
Des
But
gens qui nous
what's the
ennuient.
underlying suffering?
Mais quelle est la cause profonde de cette souffrance?
Loss of peace,
Pardon?
loss of peace, peace of mind.
Lack of peace of mind, yes, that's a
Le
big one,
manque
isn't it?
de paix intérieure.
That's kind of, again, we're still experiencing something where the mind is also an experiential aspect. It's something we experience. We experience disturbance of mind, isn't it?
Et le mental aussi,
It's not
c'est
the
quelque
mind
chose
disturbing it,
qui...
it's we who are
expérimente.
experiencing disturbance of mind. The mind is what it is.
Mhm.
You
Donc-
watch a television.
Donc nous-mêmes, on ressent des choses à travers le mental. C'est pas le mental qui
There's a
ressent.
horrible scene on the television,
Par
or
exemple,
whatever
on
it is.
regarde la télé.
Some major disasters taking place, right?
Par exemple, il y a un très grand désastre qui se produit.
Oh no! Maybe your relatives were there living there or something.
Peut-être que
Oh
des
my
gens de votre
God!
famille étaient là.
Is
Oh
it
mon
the
Dieu.
television that's experiencing it or you?
Est-ce que c'est la télé qui ressent cela ou c'est vous?
Is the television experiencing anxiety? The
Est-ce que-
television starts shaking, crying, tears coming out the eyes, and ah! Short fusing.
Est-ce que c'est la télé qui commence à pleurer, qui devient en
Can't take this anymore!
Ah non, j'en peux plus. Non, j'en ai eu assez.
No, the television goes on as if nothing's happening, right?
Non, la télé, elle continue comme si
Even
rien
your
ne se-
dog, which is sat next to you, doesn't care less.
Même votre chien qui est assis à côté de vous s'en fiche royalement.
They're looking at you thinking you're going crazy, right?
Et il vous regarde et il se dit
So crying your eyes out.
vous pleurez
And the
tellement.
dog's thinking, what's wrong with you?
Et,
What's wrong with my
le chien
master?
pense, mais qu'est-ce qui se passe? Qu'est-ce qui
Poor
va pas?
master.
Qu'est-ce qui se passe? Oh, pauvre maître.
And they start licking you or something.
Et il commence à vous lécher ou autre chose.
Doesn't mean anything. It's us who are, according to our condition, that we experience this thing as pleasure and pain.
Et c'est nous, selon notre condition, on
Happiness
expérimente
and
les choses
distress.
comme plaisir ou
How we
souffrance.
see it.
C'est selon
For one
notre
person it's
vision.
happy, for one person it's distress.
Les choses, pour une personne, ça peut être du bonheur, pour une autre personne, ça peut être du malheur.
But because we identify ourselves with that situation, we experience happiness and distress, loss and gain, success and failure, you name it.
Et c'est parce que l'on
Duality.
s'identifie à cette situation, en fait, à ces choses que l'on expérimente, une perte, un gain, le bonheur, le malheur, la joie, les peines.
And you ever go to a doctor? I'm
Est-ce que,
sure
vous
everyone's
avez,
been to a doctor, allopathic doctor. Everyone been?
est-ce que vous avez déjà été chez le docteur?
What's the doctor ask you?
Qu'est-ce que le docteur vous demande?
What has happened to you?
Yeah, what's wrong? Is there? Tell
Il
me
vous,
what
il vous demande
what's
qu'est-ce
the
qui ne va
problem?
pas,
What's
quel
the
est le
problem?
problème.
What's the problem? He may ask you what's the problem. Huh? That's the first thing it asks.
C'est la première chose qu'il vous
What's the
demande.
problem?
Qu'est-ce qui se passe? Quel est le problème?
And what do
Qu'est-ce
you
qui ne
say?
va pas?
We don't really know, you know.
Et on ne sait
Okay.
pas vraiment.
Well, you might say,
ce
I
qui va
don't
pas.
really know, I'm just not feeling well. You might say, okay, let's have a look at you. Do this, do it. He has some knowledge, he looks at it.
Et on peut ne pas savoir ce qui ne va pas, alors il va dire, bon, ok, on va vérifier ça.
I mean, he's supposed to, you know, you're hoping when you go to the doctor, you're going to get some cure to your problems, right?
Et lorsque l'on va chez le médecin, on espère que l'on va avoir un certain remède à nos souffrances.
But what's the real problem?
Mais quel est le vrai problème?
Okay, here's some medicine, take this 2 times a day. Okay, keep warm, don't go outside, you know. Take a lot of rest, okay. Come back next week and see how it worked. We'll try something else if that didn't work.
Donc voilà, prenez ces pilules 2 fois par jour, habillez-vous chaudement lorsque vous êtes dehors, reposez-vous bien et puis revenez dans une semaine, on va voir comment ça a été,
Parce que
sinon on
docteur
essaiera autre
aussi.
chose.
Doctors also suffer, they're not immune from it.
Les docteurs aussi ils souffrent des choses, ils ne sont pas immunisés.
But what's the real problem?
Mais quel est le vrai problème?
Ignorance.
Thank you. We're
L'ignorance.
ignorant.
Merci.
We're ignorant.
On est ignorant.
We don't know what the real problem is.
On ne sait pas quel est le vrai problème.
We're constantly trying to adjust the world around us, our mind, our body, the world around us. Oh, what am I going to do next? How am I going to adjust to this? How am I going to collect the money for this bill? How am I going to buy this? How am I going to go there? How am I going to do this? All the time, the mind is going on like this.
On essaie constamment d'ajuster ce monde à notre mental, à notre corps. On est tout le temps en train de penser « Ah non, qu'est-ce que je vais faire maintenant? Ah, je dois payer telle facture, etc. etc. » Et on essaie toujours de s'adapter à ce monde matériel.
You go to the doctor and you say, I don't know what's wrong.
On va chez le médecin et on dit « Ah, je ne sais pas ce qui ne va pas.
How does that feel? »
Et comment est-ce que l'on se sent après?
You feel terrible, you don't know what's going on.
On se sent terrible, on ne sait pas ce qui se passe. Comment vous vous sentez?
How do you feel? Horrible. What is the actual feeling? What is it?
Quel est ce vrai sentiment?
What is that? I mean, I'm not saying it's pain in my eyes. What is it inside? Pardon? Despair, yes. What
Qu'est-ce que
else?
vous ressentez?
Anxiety, yeah.
L'anxiété,
What
du
else?
désespoir.
What else?
Qu'est-ce que vous ressentez d'autre?
What else? What's the... in this world, there's one factor which is always there, behind the scene. Always
Quel
there.
est ce facteur dans ce monde matériel qui est toujours là derrière les scènes?
Fear.
La peur.
We're afraid.
On
We're
a peur.
afraid. Every living entity is fearful.
Chaque être vivant
Maybe of
a
each
peur.
other.
On a
Sometimes of
peut-être
each
peur
other.
les uns des autres,
Maybe of our own health,
peut-être de notre propre santé,
our family,
de notre famille,
our country.
de notre pays.
Unlimited. Oh, maybe I'm going to die. Oh no.
La peur est
I'm
illimitée.
sick.
Peut-être
What's
je vais
going to happen,
mourir.
doctor? What's going to happen? It's not too serious, is it, doctor?
Non, on va chez le médecin. J'espère que c'est pas sérieux, docteur, n'est-ce pas?
I'm sorry to say.
Ah, je suis désolé de vous dire, mais
But don't worry. We'll find a cure. Don't worry.
ne
We'll
vous
find a
inquiétez
cure.
pas, on va trouver une solution.
Oh, thank you, doctor.
Ah, merci beaucoup, docteur.
You may have a little faith in the doctor. You feel a little bit, oh, there's hope, you know.
Ah, on peut avoir un petit peu de foi dans le
And
docteur
that
et dire,
fear.
ah oui, on a un peu d'espoir. Mais ça, c'est
Because
de la
of
peur.
ignorance.
Et d'où vient la peur? Elle
When we
vient de
don't
l'ignorance.
know,
Lorsque l'on ne sait pas,
you start getting anxiety and fear. They're
On
very
commence-
closely related, anxiety and
on
fear.
commence à ressentir de l'anxiété et de la peur. C'est relié.
So in the 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, that ignorance, that fear is removed by knowledge.
Et Krishna dit dans le chapitre 4 que cette peur, cette anxiété, elle est retirée par la connaissance.
And you see that in our day-to-day life when we don't know something and then we find out. It's a great relief, isn't it?
Et on le voit dans notre vie quotidienne, lorsqu'on ne sait pas quelque chose et que soudain on a la réponse, on a la connaissance, c'est
We're
un soulagement.
speculating,
n'est-ce pas?
we've got some throbbing or something. Oh my goodness, maybe I've had a stroke.
Ou par exemple, on est en train de
Doctor says, no, it's not a stroke. Don't worry about it. It's
On
just
est-
something else.
on est en train de trembler, on est en train de penser peut-être je vais avoir
What a relief, what a relief.
une attaque cardiaque, une
We think we've
crise.
got cancer or something.
Et le
He
docteur
says,
dit non,
it's
rien,
not
c'est...
like that. Not at all. It's just a little bit of, boil or something. There's nothing to worry about.
On était en train de penser, ah non, peut-être j'ai le cancer ou quelque chose, et le docteur dit non, c'est rien, c'est peut-être juste une petite fièvre.
This is the greatest gift Krishna is giving us in Bhagavad Gita, is a solution to all problems.
Et en fait, c'est le plus grand des cadeaux que Krishna nous donne dans la Bhagavad Gita. C'est la solution à tous nos problèmes.
We can say, okay, that's nice theory. Take up the spiritual path. Read the Bhagavad Gita. This, that. That's great.
On peut se dire, oh oui, ok, c'est une bonne théorie d'accepter une voie spirituelle, lire la Bhagavad Gita, etc.
But I still haven't, I don't have that realization. I'm still so attached to this material world.
Mais je n'ai pas encore cette réalisation, je suis tellement attaché à ce monde matériel.
And it's that I know it says you've got to experience a higher taste, but where do I get the higher taste? Theory is not enough.
Et je sais qu'il y a écrit que je dois ressentir un goût supérieur, mais je ne le ressens pas, il n'y en a pas assez.
Give an example.
Par exemple,
Here's a recipe.
il y a une recette
Oh,
ici.
pomme de terre. Oh, pomme de terre.
Farce aux pommes de terre.
Huh?
Farce.
Oh.
Farce. It just
Oh,
means
pommes de
of
Yeah.
potato.
Yeah, potatoes. Is it? Oh,
Potato
pomme-
fillings. The recipe is potato fillings.
Pour six tomates. Right?
For 6 tomatoes.
Pour six tomates. How do you say that?
Yeah. Pour 6 tomates.
Pour six tomates. Faire bouillir.
Bouillir.
4 pommes de terre et les mettre en purée.
Mhm. Yes,
Wow.
that's correct.
And so you're all going to get a recipe now, how to, a potato recipe.
Donc maintenant vous allez tout savoir.
We're not going to
Une
give you
recette sur les
anything
pommes
to
de
eat
terre.
today, we're just going to give you recipes.
Donc on va
Okay?
rien vous donner à manger aujourd'hui, on va juste
You're
vous
going to be
donner
happy
des
with
recettes.
recipes?
Est-ce que vous allez être content?
We're just going to give everyone a piece of paper with the recipes written
avec
on
des
it.
recettes. On va juste vous donner un bout de papier avec des recettes.
Maybe you can go home and cook it or something, but
Et peut-être après vous pouvez aller les cuisiner.
you'd rather probably have the food itself. Huh?
Mais c'est probablement mieux d'avoir la nourriture en
So
elle-même.
like
n'est-ce
that.
pas?
Theory is great. You need theory, but we got to act on the theory. If we don't act on it, what do you get? Cup of hot water. Thank you very much. Oh, oh,
Oui, oui.
oh, oh. One of the blisses of this material world.
Donc la théorie c'est bien, mais on doit agir
Boiling
avec
water.
la théorie.
So many pains.
Il y a tellement de souffrance dans ce monde
I cut my
matériel.
finger yesterday, and now we got something coming out of it.
Donc hier je me suis
Cleaning it
coupé
up.
le petit doigt et maintenant j'ai quelque chose qui
Boy,
saigne.
this hand just got burned.
Ou alors j'ai touché
Lucky I didn't
ce...
pour it down the throat.
Voilà.
That would have got burned.
Je me suis brûlé les doigts. et puis,
Opportunities to suffer
je
in this
m'étais-
world are
si j'avais
unlimited.
bu,
There
je
is
me serais
no,
brûlé la
there's
gorge.
never a dull moment.
Il y a tellement d'opportunités de se faire souffrir dans ce monde matériel. Jamais
So-
on ne s'ennuie.
Where were we before we got the boiling water? Where were we?
We were talking about potato recipes.
Potato recipes.
And if we
Theory,
act
practice.
on the theory.
So the same thing with more so with spiritual knowledge. Otherwise, it's speculation.
Et c'est la même chose pour la théorie spirituelle, la connaissance spirituelle.
Just
Sinon,
like we-
c'est juste de la spéculation.
Two people look at the same thing in this world and they have a different impression.
Il y a deux personnes qui regardent la même chose dans ce monde matériel, mais ils ont deux impressions différentes.
Everyone sees everything slightly differently. Maybe slightly, or maybe greatly different. Everyone sees it differently.
Chaque personne voit les choses à sa manière. Ça peut être proche, similaire, ou alors ça peut être complètement à l'opposé.
Why? Because we're looking through our minds, which are different. We're looking through our senses, which are all different.
Pourquoi? Parce que nous regardons à travers, nous percevons à travers notre mental, à travers nos sens,
Swap
et
glasses,
tous deux
boy.
sont très différents.
Swap
Par exemple,
glasses,
si
here we
on
go.
échange
Swap glasses, there you go.
nos lunettes,
Oh, that looks good.
I can't see
It looks
anything.
good? Do I look good? Very good, very good, okay. What do you see?
Nothing.
Nothing, you must see something. You can't say nothing, you must
All
see something.
blurry.
A big blur. Well, I can see a good blur too. It's not a bad blur. It's not too bad, but it's a blur.
Oh, mais
I
it's
couldn't
too bad.
recognize anyone. I can tell the colors. I can see the colors, but I can't see the.
Donc on peut voir les
Details
couleurs, on
of
peut pas
all.
déterminer qui est qui.
Well, I'll give you your glasses back,
Donc si je vous rends vos
and I hope we
lunettes,
can see after that.
et je pourrais probablement rien voir après
We're the
ça.
same people with the same eyes, and you're the same people we're looking at, right?
Donc nous sommes les mêmes personnes
Correct.
avec nos yeux,
Same walls,
et vous
same
êtes les
everything.
mêmes personnes, les mêmes.
But when he put these on, he couldn't see anything practically.
Mais lorsque j'ai mis les autres lunettes, je ne pouvais voir
Like being in
personne.
the fog or something.
C'est comme lorsque l'on est dans le brouillard, n'est-ce pas?
I put on. It's like being in a dirty water bowl or something.
C'est
Now,
comme
oh
si
my
j'étais
goodness! Now I can see. Can you see?
dans- Yes.
That's good news.
Donc maintenant on peut voir correctement.
Clear,
Tout est clair
because we're looking through the glasses.
parce que l'on voit
The
à
eyes are
travers.
just another
les
material nature form of glasses. The mind is also another, you can say, very multi-dimensional, say, processing platform which we're looking through and judging the world.
Donc les lunettes, c'est une autre forme matérielle des yeux. Et le mental, lui aussi, c'est une forme multidimensionnelle de percevoir ce monde matériel.
But this for the soul, for the living entity who's seeing, the soul who's experiencing, the person who's behind this, and this, it's like, whew, it's like, you don't know what's going to happen next. Anything can happen.
Mais la vraie personne qui est derrière toutes ces perceptions, en fait, elle ne sait pas ce qui va se passer ensuite.
We
Elle, est
feel
là.
anxiety, we feel fear. We don't know what's going to happen.
Elle ressent de l'anxiété, de la peur, elle ne sait pas ce qui va se passer
We take
ensuite.
some drug or we hear from philosophy, okay, I don't feel so
Est-ce-
bad now.
Est-ce que je prends de la drogue ou alors sinon je vais écouter de la philosophie? Ah oui, maintenant
But
ça
it's
va un
not
peu mieux.
realization, it's just a temporary kind of a veneer, a cover over.
Mais ce n'est pas de la réalisation, c'est temporaire, c'est qu'une couverture temporaire.
When we actually see things for what they are, there's nothing to be afraid of.
Mais si l'on voit vraiment les choses telles qu'elles sont, alors il n'y a plus aucune peur à avoir.
There's nothing to be adjusted but our own perception of things.
Il n'y a rien à ajuster accepter notre propre perception des choses.
Today we're honoring the disappearance day of one of the greatest spiritualists of all, which you've probably never heard of, but incredible spiritual personality.
Et donc aujourd'hui, nous honorons, nous fêtons le jour de disparition d'un des plus grands spiritualistes de ce monde.
He departed from this world, it will now be 1936, so what is it now?
It's
64, 74, 83,
83 years old.
83 years ago. He departed this world. He was also departed in Calcutta.
Donc cette personnalité, elle a quitté ce monde en 1936, donc il y a 83 ans de cela à
His name was
Calcutta.
Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur.
Son nom était Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur.
He's an eternal associate of Krishna,
C'est un associé éternel, un compagnon éternel de Krishna.
who appeared in this world not just to make things comfortable in this world.
Il n'est pas apparu dans ce monde juste pour rendre les choses plus confortables.
He made so many statements. Our whole movement is based upon his, you could say, his gifts, his not just his realization, his, say, visual, giving us an opportunity to enter into this vision of the spirituality.
Il a laissé tellement de choses. En fait, on pourrait dire que notre mouvement entier, il est basé sur ses réalisations, et non seulement, mais aussi sur ses visions, sur ses
By
perceptions.
giving us knowledge how we can realize these truths.
Il nous a donné la connaissance sur comment l'on peut réaliser cette
And
vérité.
not just talk about them, speculate. Most people read Gita, they speculate what it means.
Et non pas juste spéculer. Par exemple, il y a plein de gens qui lisent la Bhagavad
read the
Gita et qui
Bible, they speculate.
spéculent dessus. Il y a beaucoup de gens qui lisent la Bible et qui spéculent
There's
sur la
one
Bible.
famous Christian poet, his name is John Sachs.
Par exemple, il y a un poète très connu
From
qui s'appelait
England.
John Sachs,
Of course, from England, of course.
un anglais,
He's a poet.
un poète.
He said, "We both read the Bible day and night, whereas you read black and I read white."
Et alors, il dit que on lit tous les deux la Bible jour et nuit, mais l'un voit en blanc, l'autre voit en noir.
And we fight over it. It's black. No, it's not. It's white.
Et on se bat dessus. Non, c'est écrit noir. Et l'autre dit non, c'est écrit blanc.
Because you're looking through these glasses and he's looking through those glasses.
Et ça, c'est parce que nous regardons à travers ces lunettes-là et l'autre personne regarde à travers d'autres lunettes.
Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj, whose disappearance date is recognizing today, said that those who think they can change this world are in need of change.
Et Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj, dont c'est le jour de disparition aujourd'hui, disait que ceux qui pensent qu'ils peuvent changer ce monde, en fait, c'est eux-mêmes qui doivent changer.
You can't change. No one can change the course of this world but by the width of a hair.
Donc personne ne peut changer le cours de ce monde, il ne peut juste changer que de l'épaisseur d'un cheveu.
Everything is being perfectly orchestrated by the supreme will of the Almighty.
Tout est parfaitement bien orchestré grâce à la volonté supérieure du Tout-Puissant.
The only change or reform which is required is a reform of the way we see the world.
La seule réforme qui est requise, c'est de changer la manière dont l'on voit ce
And
monde.
that is not a material adjustment, by the way.
Et soit dit en passant, ce n'est pas un changement matériel.
It's not a change of religion, it's not a change of politics, it's not a change of body, it's not a change of place, it's not a change of any mundane factor at all.
Donc ce n'est pas un changement de religion, un changement de vision, un changement de politique ou etc. ou n'importe quelle chose matérielle.
It's actually seeing things from a spiritual perspective.
C'est en fait voir les choses d'une perspective, d'un point de vue spirituel.
And not just a material or conditional perspective.
Et non pas juste d'un point de vue matériel ou conditionnel.
Try as we may to adjust this, you will never find solution because some people will not agree, there will be clash.
Et si on n'essaye pas cela, alors on va toujours être confronté à d'autres personnes qui ne vont pas être d'accord, etc., qui vont avoir une autre vision.
The unmanifest form of the Absolute called time also works to adjust the let's say the things. I know that's not the proper word, but the causes of our making a conclusion, so to speak, are changed. And when we change our philosophy, we change our opinions and so on.
Et donc la forme impersonnelle de l'absolu, du tout-puissant, sous la forme du temps, en fait, également altère notre faculté d'aboutir à ces conclusions-là.
Because by the forces of time, this material would never stay the same. Always changing.
Grâce à la force du temps, ce monde matériel ne reste jamais le même, immuable.
So Krishna recommends, even in regards to the scripture, Trigun Vishaya Vidanistra-guna Arjuna, rise above this, Arjuna, be transcendental, see it from a spiritual perspective.
Donc Krishna conseille à Arjuna, même concernant les Écritures, de s'élever au-delà de tout cela, de voir les choses à partir d'une plateforme transcendantale.
And become undisturbed by the duality of this world.
Et ne soit plus affecté, perturbable concernant les dualités de ce monde.
What does Krishna say in the second chapter?
Qu'est-ce que Krishna dit dans le deuxième chapitre?
Some of you may have heard that verse. It's a famous verse.
C'est un verset très connu.
The non-permanent appearance of happiness and distress in this world. Non-permanent.
L'apparition de ce monde, des joies et des peines, ne sont pas permanentes.
He says, they arise due to sense perception, just like he said, they're like the summer and winter seasons, they come and go.
Et en fait, elles apparaissent, elles disparaissent, en fait, tout comme la saison de l'été apparaît et ensuite laisse place à l'hiver.
They come because of sense perception, because we have different set of mind and senses, you know.
Et cela provient de nos différentes perceptions sensorielles, car nous avons différents sens.
We know it's our karma and this and that, but from the knowledge point of view, it's just a sense perception. So.
On sait que l'on a différents karmas, etc. Mais d'un point de vue de la connaissance, c'est juste parce que nous avons des sens différents.
Rise above them. Be undisturbed in the face of these things. This is the tolerate them. Be undisturbed in the face. Become dhira.
On doit s'élever au-delà. On doit devenir imperturbable. On doit devenir dhira.
Birth and death, all these things, Krishna explains, are inevitable. For one who's taken birth, death is certain. For one who's dead, birth is certain. You know, so not to be so disturbed. These are, materially speaking, unavoidable.
Donc Krishna dit que pour celui qui prend naissance, la mort est inévitable. Et pour la personne qui meurt, la naissance est inévitable. Il n'y a rien de tout cela qui doit nous perturber. C'est les choses normales.
So in the fourth chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, you want to realize this, Arjuna. You want to not just apply it theory, but realize it. Et
dans le 4e chapitre, Krishna, il ne veut pas juste que Arjuna ait cette connaissance, mais il veut qu'il la réalise.
You ever had that experience? Sometimes you know something's wrong, but you do it anyway.
Est-ce que vous avez cette expérience que vous savez que vous faites quelque chose qui est mauvaise, qui n'est pas correct, mais vous la faites quand même?
Ever had that problem?
Est-ce que vous avez déjà eu ce problème?
In the third chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna asked that question, right?
Et dans le 3e chapitre de la Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna pose cette question. What is this force like?
Yeah, what is it that causes a man to act sinfully, even against his will?
Donc Arjuna demande à Krishna quelle est cette force qui nous pousse à agir de manière pécheresse contre notre volonté.
Something inside you said this is wrong, you don't do it, but you do it.
Il y a quelque chose en vous qui
I can't resist it. I can't control myself. I got to do it.
Quelque chose en vous dit non, c'est mauvais ce que tu vas faire. Et ne le fais pas et vous le faites quand même.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Est-ce que vous avez déjà
one
eu
person
cette
saying
expérience,
yes.
n'est-ce pas? Oui.
Victorious, yes.
We We're too ashamed to admit.
Huh?
We are too ashamed to
Too accustomed to it, you don't even notice it anymore.
Non, on a trop
It's just
l'habitude.
the way I
parce qu'on-
normally live.
On le remarque même plus maintenant. C'est la
Everything's
manière
on
dont
that.
on vit maintenant.
My dad, it just came to mind on that one. My dad used to watch the television every night when we got a television. We didn't have
Donc,
one.
mon père, lorsque nous avons eu une
Every
télévision,
night
il
he would,
regardait
you know,
la télé tous les jours,
If
tous
I
les soirs.
bothered staying up till about 11 o'clock when he'd turn it off, you know, I didn't usually stay up, but when I did, I noticed he said the same thing almost every night.
Et il restait avec son frère était là jusqu'à 11h du soir, jusqu'à que la télé soit
God,
éteinte.
he would say, what a load of rubbish that was.
Et à la fin, il
Turn
disait
it
tout le temps
off.
la même chose
The
lorsqu'il
same
était
thing the
lié.
next night, you know.
Il disait « Oh, qu'est-ce qu'il n'y avait rien
When it comes
d'intéressant,
again,
c'était
no
que
higher taste.
des déchets.
else to do. I remember when we were
Et
in
tous les jours, il
college,
disait la même
we
chose.
used to go out drinking every night, you know.
Et
when
par
I was in
exemple,
college.
il allait boire tous les soirs.
You go to a Chinese or Indian restaurant afterwards,
Après, on allait au restaurant chinois ou indien et
it all
c'était
come out, you know.
pas bon.
Oh,
Tout
I
ressortait.
never do this again. This is hell.
Oh non, je vais plus jamais refaire ça, c'est l'enfer.
Horrible feeling.
Une
And the
sensation
next night we
horrible.
do the same thing.
Et
Don't learn.
la prochaine fois, on refait la même
People do
chose.
the same thing over and over again, and they think they're going to get a result.
Et on fait tout le temps la même chose et on pense qu'on va obtenir un résultat différent.
In politics, economics, social
soit
dealings,
dans la-
even in religion, everything.
Dans la politique,
Wasting their time.
dans l'économie, dans
It's not the
les
solution.
relations sociales, c'est tout le temps la même chose.
So Krishna says in the 4th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita that if you really want to know these truths, what are you going to do? Just read about it?
Et donc, Krishna dit dans le chapitre 4 de la Gita,
Ouais.
alors, si vous savez à propos de cela, qu'est-ce que vous allez faire? Est-ce que vous lisez juste?
We'll speculate what it means.
Est-ce que vous allez juste spéculer sur ce que ça
I'll
veut
say, that's all
dire?
very well, but what about this here?
Ok, ça c'est comme ça, maintenant ça c'est comme ça.
You say this,
Ok.
you say that, this one, that one.
Toi tu dis ça, moi je dis ça, et ça.
No, that's not the process Krishna gives in Bhagavad Gita.
Non, c'est pas ça le vrai processus que Krishna nous
So
donne.
this
dans la
knowledge is
Bhagavad
passed
Gita.
down. Evam paramparam praptam imam rajashovidu.
Cette connaissance est transmise.
It's passed down in a line called parampara.
Elle est transmise à travers une lignée appelée la
That's not-
parampara.
That's not a French word, by the way. It's parampara. Everyone
La succession
Parampara.
disciplique.
No. What does it mean?
Qu'est-ce que cela veut dire?
What does it mean?
I just said it in French.
Oh, you didn't. Okay. Disciplic succession. It means
Succession
knowledge is
disciplique.
passed down. Even materially, we see that, recipes, for instance. New ones come up, but there's certain recipes which you don't change. They're passed down, right?
Et cela, on le voit même matériellement. Par exemple, il y a des recettes qui ne changent pas. On transmet les recettes.
And sometimes they're kept secret, aren't they?
Et
Because
parfois, il y a des choses qui gardent secret.
you don't want anyone else. Grandma's, special, whatever.
Par exemple, cet ingrédient
In
secret
India
de
particularly,
la grand-mère.
you don't want anyone else competing. It's like, and even then, I'll tell you frankly, even then, I've seen someone else cooks it. It's not the same.
Et par exemple, même si on a tous les ingrédients et les méthodes
There's more
secrètes,
to it
lorsque
than just
quelqu'un
the
d'autre
recipe.
cuisine, ce n'est pas le même
There's
goût,
more
ce
to
n'est
it.
pas la même chose.
In India, they say the best cooking is mother's cooking.
En Inde, on dit que la meilleure des cuisines, c'est la cuisine de notre mère.
Or if you know how to cook your own cooking, also, if you know how to cook.
Et si vous savez cuisiner vos propres
But
repas.
generally, mother's cooking is the best. Why?
Et pourquoi cela? Pourquoi la cuisine de la mère?
You're a boy. You know what it's like when you go home to mum. Mum's still alive or not, I don't know, but you know what it's like.
She just passed away.
She just passed away. I'm sorry to
a few
hear.
months back.
Few months. Sorry to hear. But you know what it's like. Everybody knows what mum's cooking.
Tout le monde
is
sait
like.
ce que c'est
In
la
India,
cuisine de maman.
particularly, especially in India. Not so much in this part of the world, maybe.
Plus particulièrement, peut-être pas en
Maybe in
Occident.
austerity in this part of the world. I don't know.
Peut-être une austérité
In India.
dans cette partie
And
du
in
monde.
many Asian countries is like that. China, the same thing.
Dans
Mum's
beaucoup de
cooking is
pays
like-
asiatiques, c'est comme ça en Chine.
Nothing compares with it. It's like,
Il n'y a rien
Why?
de
Why?
comparable à la
Why?
cuisine de notre mère.
Why?
Pourquoi?
why?
Pourquoi?
Why? Same recipe, but why is it so different?
C'est la même recette, mais alors pourquoi c'est différent?
There are ingredients also of this that when the mother cooks, she puts her
Her heart.
her
Heart,
Yeah.
blessing.
the love, the heart.
Right.
She's completely absorbed in pleasing you.
Pourquoi? Parce que
That's
la
the
mère
secret.
est complètement absorbée
It's
sur
the
le
love,
fait
it's-
de vous satisfaire, de vous plaire. Elle met tout son cœur, son
You
amour.
go to McDonald's or something, I doubt whether the cook is thinking of, how I can, maybe he's thinking of money, they're thinking of making it good so it tastes good, but the love isn't there,
Et je pense pas que si vous alliez
That's
au
the missing
McDonald's, le cuisinier est en train de penser à vous faire plaisir, à mettre de l'amour. Non, il est peut-être en train de penser
There's
à
no
l'argent qu'il
problem in
va
the
se
world
faire.
today. There's no love behind it all.
Il n'y a
It's
pas
also
d'amour,
material.
il n'y a plus
So
d'amour
material.
derrière.
Even in
aucune
family
chose.
life, it's become like that.
Même dans la vie familiale, c'est devenu
conditional.
comme ça. Tout est conditionnel.
But there's nothing like that love. I'll give an example in London. Now, Priya was in London
Par
before.
exemple, je vais vous donner un exemple à
Did you
Londres.
ever go to the Bhaktivedanta Manor, Priya?
Est-ce que tu es allé au
Our
Bhaktivedanta
main
Manor?
temple in London is called Bhaktivedanta Manor. It's a beautiful temple just outside London.
C'est le temple principal de Londres. C'est un magnifique manoir qui s'appelle le
And for
Bhaktivedanta.
30 years, there was one lady there. She was Polish. She was cooking every day what we call the Mangalarti sweets for
Non.
Krishna.
Il y avait une dame qui est une Polonaise. Depuis 30 ans, elle cuisinait ce que l'on appelle les Mangalarti
Even when she
sweets.
was 82 years old, she was still cooking every day. Unbelievable Mangalarti sweets.
Et tous les jours, même
Offer
si elle
the
avait
deity
82 ans, elle continuait à
4
cuisiner
o'clock in the morning.
ses sucreries à 4 heures du matin qui
She
étaient
would cook the day
incroyables.
before. She would make her own natural, flavored, pure, completely pure, made of fruits, dyes to decorate each and every sweet.
Elle les faisait la veille et tous les
The
jours, elle
designs,
cuisinait. Elle avait ses
artistic
propres
designs,
collants alimentaires qu'elle faisait avec les...
peacocks and all
les
kinds of beautiful
fruits.
designs on each and every sweet.
Et elle dessinait sur
Natural
chacun
edible fruit dyes. She'd make them herself.
Elle cuisinait, elle dessinait sur ses sucreries elle-même avec ses colorants
Every
naturels
morning,
qu'elle avait
about
fait.
120 sweets would be offered to the deity.
Et
About
chaque matin,
120.
elle en faisait 120.
Sandesh, about
de
six
sandesh.
six-tiered sandesh.
60,
6 tiers. They'd be about that big each sandesh.
elle faisait des sandesh à 6 étages aussi gros,
All different flavored sandeshes.
avec
All
des
like
différents
sandwich.
goûts chacun.
And burfis, which were like this big.
Et des bouffées aussi grandes.
Designs on them.
Elle dessinait dessus.
And rasguls, which were like pure, like tennis balls almost. Pure.
Et des rasgoulas de la taille d'une balle de tennis.
And pira.
Et,
Pira.
et des pédas.
And rasmalai.
Des rasmalai.
And rubbery. And about 6 different types of sweets. Every morning, without fail, for 30 years.
Tous les matins, sans rater une occasion, pendant 30 ans, elle faisait
Devotees
ça.
and people would come from overseas just to get those sweets.
Et les personnes venaient du monde entier juste pour avoir ces sucreries.
She passes the recipes on.
Et elle a donné
To the next
les
person.
recettes à la personne
She
suivante.
passed away maybe 3 years ago. I don't know.
Oui, elle a quitté son corps il y a 3
But
ans.
she
à peu
passed the
près.
recipes on.
Et elle a donné les recettes.
Not the same.
Mais maintenant, ce n'est plus la
Not
même
the
chose.
same. No comparison.
Il n'y a plus aucune comparaison.
Why? Because she had so much devotion, so much love in what she was doing.
Pourquoi? Parce qu'elle avait tellement de dévotion, tellement d'amour
Every
lorsqu'elle les
sweet had to
confectionnait.
be perfect.
Chacune
It wouldn't
de
get
ces
off
sucreries
otherwise.
était parfaite.
Perfect. Even the design had to be perfect. Otherwise, it would not go on the plate.
Chaque chose devait être parfaite pour être offerte à Krishna,
She
sinon
was
elle n'allait pas sur
For
l'assiette.
Krishna,
au point.
for pleasure of Krishna.
Parce que c'était
She had this
pour le
mood
plaisir de
of
Krishna.
love.
Parce
That's
qu'elle avait
what's
tellement
lacking.
d'amour.
There's no love involved. It's lust. So Krishna says it's lust only. Kama esha, krodha esha, rajaguna samudbhava. People are acting on the platform of lust.
Et dans ce monde-là, maintenant, il n'y a plus
I
d'amour, il n'y a
want.
que de la concupiscence. Et c'est
I
la
want.
concupiscence qui est derrière toutes les choses mauvaises dans ce monde.
And I see it
C'est,
regularly now.
je veux.
Parents tell their children to go away if you don't act the way we want you to.
Les parents,
Go
aujourd'hui,
away.
ils dégagent leurs enfants s'ils n'agissent plus
There's
selon
no love at all.
leur volonté.
None.
Il n'y a plus d'amour,
It's lust.
il n'y a que de la concupiscence.
Lust means seeing yourself in the center and
Like-
everybody else has to fit into that perspective.
Et la concupiscence, qu'est-ce que c'est? C'est je suis au centre de tout et tout le monde doit s'adapter
Whether
à
it's
mes
a
besoins.
religion who sees like that, a politics sees like that, nations see like that, genders see like that, races see like that, you name it. individuals for sure.
Tout le monde fonctionne de la même manière. Les religions, les politiques, l'économie, les pays, etc.
It's
Juste
all lust.
nommez-le.
Lust is a perversion of love, material perversion.
C'est que de la concupiscence. La concupiscence, c'est une perversion de l'amour.
So, to know the truth, that transformation between lust and love has to be evoked.
Sorry?
To know the truth, the transformation between lust and love has to be evoked.
Pour connaître la vérité, on doit évoquer cette transformation qui est faite de l'amour vers la concupiscence.
So how to do that? Krishna says, Tadvidi pranipatina pariprashnaya sivya upadikshante jnanam jnanayas tattvadarshana. If you want to know this truth, Arjuna, you have to approach a spiritual master, inquire submissively.
Et donc Krishna dit à Arjuna, si tu veux connaître la vérité, alors tu dois t'enquérir auprès d'un maître spirituel authentique, l'approcher et lui poser des questions avec soumission et le servir.
Render service.
Et le servir.
And you added that line, huh?
Yes,
Because the self-realized soul has seen the truth, he can impart that knowledge unto us.
Et car cette âme réalisée a vu la vérité, alors elle peut la donner.
And that knowledge is just not theory. That knowledge is the practical application according to our condition, which will help to purify the way we see things.
Et cette connaissance, elle est pratique, pragmatique, et elle nous permettra de purifier notre existence.
There are some general practices, but there are specific ones also.
Il y a des pratiques qui sont communes à tout le monde, générales, et puis il y a certaines pratiques qui sont spécifiques.
So this is the fourth chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, how to realize these spiritual truths, how to realize the nature of the self, how to realize God, how to realize our relationship with Him.
Et donc c'est cela le quatrième chapitre, c'est réaliser la nature spirituelle, réaliser sa propre nature, la nature de Dieu qui est Dieu, et quelle est notre relation avec lui.
Maybe you can just give me English Bhagavad Gita one
Est-ce
minute.
que l'on pourrait avoir une Bhagavad Gita
We'll
anglaise?
finish off with a few verses. We'll just read them so we get
The
the
French one, that's good,
totally
please.
correct. No, yeah, well, you can, but yeah, give me the
Yes,
English
want me to
first,
read?
then the French one. So the fourth chapter, we do have the Bhagavad Gita in English and French and Arabic is there, I can see also.
Donc ici,
And we have it in Tamil also, and in Bengali also,
and Russian.
and Russian also, and in Hindi also. But which your language is Bengali
Bengali or Hindi?
or Hindi?
Or
Okay.
English is also.
Tamil,
No problem.
Priya,
More English.
English. We have in English also. This is English one, and your language Hindi, Hindi and English. So you probably already got it in English anyway. So we have it in English. We also have it. Today we have Bengali and Tamil in the car. I don't know if you don't have them here, do you?
No.
No.
No,
We have some in the
we
car.
have one Bengali.
One Bengali, okay, Bengali is there. And we have some Tamil in the car also. So
Donc,
if you want in that language, you're welcome.
On a les
Otherwise,
Bhagavad Gita en plein de
English
langues
is
différentes.
available there.
Also fine. Hindi and English is
No problem for you. So chapter 4, I'm just going to read some of the last verses from the fourth chapter.
Donc on va lire quelques versets de la fin du quatrième chapitre.
Okay. So we just mentioned text 35.
Donc on vient juste de mentionner le verset
Excuse me,
35.
34. We just tadvidi
34.
pranipatena pariprashnena sevya. Now we're going on to 35 now. So having approached the spiritual master, Haribol,
On va lire le 35.
you're early?
Tu es à l'heure?
It's not prasadam time yet. Come back in 20 minutes.
C'est pas encore l'heure du prasad, reviens dans 20 minutes.
Prasada means lunch. Just a joke. Because sometimes at our programs, people turn up just a minute before lunch.
Parfois, il y a les gens qui arrivent juste au moment de
Before the
manger.
food. Although sometimes we play a trick, we have the food first and then they come at the end and there's nothing.
Et parfois, on joue des tours. On commence par manger et après, ceux qui arrivent à la fin, ils n'ont plus rien.
I don't know if you ever, I'm not suggesting you do that, you probably lose all your customers.
On ne va pas faire ça ici, sinon on va perdre toute notre clientèle.
That's okay, no problem even if they come at the last minute. So then Krishna says in the next verse, having said, approach the spiritual master, he can give you this knowledge.
Donc il a dit, approche un maître spirituel car il peut te donner cette connaissance
But
spirituelle.
then when you've got this knowledge, having obtained, 35, having obtained real knowledge from a self-realized soul, you will never fall again into such illusion. That's the secret.
Quand tu auras ainsi reçu la connaissance véritable auprès d'une âme réalisée, l'illusion ne t'égarera jamais plus.
We'll never be bewildered thinking this world is for me and my enjoyment, or I'm this body, or I'm this mind. These are all illusions.
On ne sera plus jamais dérangé par le fait de penser que ce monde-là, il est là pour moi. Tout cela ne sera qu'une illusion.
For by this knowledge, you will see that all living entities are but part of the Supreme, or in other words, they are mine.
Tu comprendras que tous les êtres font partie intégrante du Suprême, en d'autres mots, qu'ils m'appartiennent.
It means we'll see every living entity, no matter what species they're in, we'll see them as spiritual.
Donc cela veut dire que tous les êtres vivants, peu importe leur espèce, ce sont des êtres spirituels.
Not as a material or subtle being that's causing me happiness and distress. No, we'll see them as spiritual.
Non, on ne les voit pas comme juste des espèces matérielles qui ressentent la joie et la peine. Non, on les voit comme des êtres spirituels.
Now, on this point, I can tell you frankly, a lot of people can identify with this.
Et je peux vous dire franchement que beaucoup de gens peuvent s'identifier à nous sur ce verset-là, sur ce
I'd say
point-là.
yesterday in Lael, at least 4 people seemed to be affected when I explained that to them yesterday.
Et hier, au hall, lorsque nous faisions la distribution
And
de
they
livres,
took
au moins
the bag
4
of our
personnes ont réagi à ce verset lorsque je
To
leur ai
see
expliqué.
this actual equality. It's
De-
not material.
De voir cette vraie égalité.
This book
Qui n'est
will
pas
help you
matériel.
to understand that spiritual equality.
Et donc ce livre nous permet de comprendre notre égalité
At least
spirituelle.
4, maybe more. If they spoke English, I usually went in that direction. At least 4 or 5 people took the book.
Il y avait au moins 4 ou 5 personnes
Maybe
qui ont
that
pris
wasn't the
le
reason,
livre juste
but
en entendant ce
Maybe
verset.
other reason, I don't know, but
Peut-être pour d'autres
I know
raisons
when
aussi.
saying that they did end up taking the book. At
Mais
least.
ils ont pris les livres.
Of course, not everybody, but some did at least.
Bien sûr, pas
So
tout le
this
monde,
is a
mais
line. You know,
certains.
people want equality, people want unity, they want peace, but they don't know where to find it. Huh?
Donc les gens veulent l'égalité, veulent la paix, ils
Look
ne
around
savent
you.
pas où la trouver, donc ils la cherchent.
Look around you, friend. You're not seeing it. It's not happening, is it?
Regardez autour de vous, cela ne se passe pas,
Because
n'est-ce
people
pas?
are looking in the wrong direction.
Car les gens regardent dans la mauvaise
It's
direction.
not a material adjustment.
Ce n'est pas un ajustement matériel,
It's within us. It's a spiritual adjustment that's required.
non, c'est un ajustement spirituel qui est
You
requis.
take this book will help you to understand that you can get that spiritual understanding.
Et donc si vous prenez ce livre, alors cela va vous aider à comprendre cette égalité spirituelle.
Because people don't understand human-animal relationship properly, but ultimately one will see Vidyavanaya Sampani Brahmani Gavi Hasni Shuni Chaivishva Pakicha Pandita Samadashna. One will see the equality between all species of life.
On pourra être
All living entities.
capable de voir l'égalité
Exact.
spirituelle entre chaque espèce.
Not exactly equality between
vivante.
species of life, but the living entities within those species.
Pas les espèces dans leur qualité de vie, dans leur aspect externe, mais dans leur aspect intérieur spirituel.
Where were we? I think it was in London. I can't remember. Yeah, it was in London. A couple of weeks ago, we were doing Harinam in London. That means chanting on the street.
Il y a 2 semaines, on faisait Harinam à Londres, dans les rues.
And we were in a place called Covent Garden. Some of you may have
Et
heard.
on était à Covent Garden.
And we were chanting. And there's this one lady. She had this little Pekingese. You know what a Pekingese dog is? A little tiny kind of fancy-looking
Yes,
little dog.
pékinois. Elle avait un sort de
Were
petit
you there
chien
when that dog
pékinois.
was there? You won't believe it. I mean, I couldn't believe it myself. The lady was stood there with this little dog, maybe as far away as you are to me, okay?
Donc elle se tenait à
That was
quelques
2 or
mètres.
3 meters. And I could see the dog looking at me with penetrating eyes.
Et je pouvais voir le chien en train de me regarder avec un regard pénétrant.
I went up to the lady. It was a very nice lady. I think she took a book. I can't remember. But the dog continued to look at me like penetrating eyes.
Et je suis allé voir cette
Big.
femme et le
You know,
chien
they
a
got these
continué
kind
de
of
me regarder
Out
avec
of
ses
proportion eyes,
regards.
Pekingese dogs, you know, they got these kind of out of proportion round eyes. They were looking at me like, it was almost like there was tears coming out the eyes. It was like the dog was showing so much emotion. You couldn't believe it.
Et le chien était en train
Everyone
de
noticed it.
regarder
All the
avec
other
ses
devotees
yeux,
could see
comme
what
s'il
was
allait
going on.
pleurer. Il avait tellement d'émotions.
That
et
was
tout le monde
not
le
a
regardait.
dog. It
Et
wasn't
ça,
a dog.
c'était pas un chien.
You could see there was a very deep person inside that dog,
C'était une personne très profonde dans ce chien
trying to express itself.
qui essayait de s'exprimer.
And it was like intense.
Et
An
c'était très
intense
intense.
interaction through the eyes was going on.
Et il y avait une interaction très intense à travers le regard.
But others, it's a dog, it's a nice dog. My dog's going to heaven because it's my pet. That's what the Christians
Et les
say.
gens étaient
Your dog's
là.
not because you're not a Christian.
Ah non,
Your
mon chien
dog's
va
going
aller
to
au
hell.
paradis parce
Sorry, Rover.
qu'il est chrétien. Non, pas le tien.
Hard
il
luck,
va-
Rover. You're no good for nothing.
Non, tu auras une meilleure chance la
But
plus.
my dog is my pet, therefore my pet will be with me in heaven.
Mon
That was the
chien,
latest decision of one
mon chien est mon
hierarchy
animal de
of
compagnie, donc
Christianity.
il sera avec moi lorsque
What
je
a
serai au paradis.
nonsense! What a rubbish nonsense!
C'est absurde, n'est-ce pas?
No
Ça ne veut
spiritual
rien.
understanding, zero.
Yeah.
Zero.
Il n'y a aucune compréhension
Zéro.
spirituelle.
It's like
Zéro.
in Mexico, the leader of one major church was there, and some young Christian Mexicans were crying and suffering. Oh Lord, please tell us, why are we suffering?
Et au Mexique, il y avait un leader chrétien qui était dans une église
so sorry.
et les gens étaient en train de prier, crier,
have
oh
to-
Seigneur, c'est
I
béni.
have to be honest, I cannot really say.
Et il a dit, je
Oh,
dois être
how
honnête, je ne peux
glorious
pas
he
vraiment
is,
vous
so
dire.
humble, so humble, they said.
Et ils ont dit, oh waouh, il est tellement humble.
The actual answer is so much nonsense. He's totally unqualified.
Et il était tellement non qualifié.
Has no
tellement-
idea why you're suffering.
Et il a dit, vous ne
He's
connaissez
the leader.
rien.
He's the leader.
Vous ne savez pas.
International leader of
C'est
the
le
major
leader.
church of the world.
C'est le leader international
What
d'une
nonsense.
des écoles,
Isn't it?
des églises.
Doesn't even know
mondiales.
a simple little thing.
Il ne savait même pas une
Like
des
going to
choses
the
les plus
teacher.
simples.
Please, can you tell me what 2 and 2 is? Oh, I don't know. I'm sorry.
C'est comme si vous alliez voir
Will you go to
l'instituteur
that
et vous
school?
dites combien ça
The
fait
guy's
de
an
plus
idiot.
Et il vous dit non, je ne sais pas. Et si vous allez à cette école, alors vous êtes un idiot.
Anyway, without going any further, the
On
point
va
is
pas-
we're in ignorance.
Nous sommes dans l'ignorance.
It's nice to say I don't know, but then you shouldn't be a teacher.
C'est bien de dire que on ne
Honesty
sait
is
pas,
one
mais
thing,
alors
but
on ne
we
doit
shouldn't
pas être un enseignant.
Take a position of dishonesty.
Non, non, sinon c'est juste
But
de
these
la
things are lost in
malhonnêteté.
this modern age. They're lost.
Ils sont perdus dans cet âge moderne.
So Krishna says, if you've got this knowledge, you'll realize there'll be no more illusion, no more interest in these material things. Of course, we may not have applied it, that's the other thing, but the knowledge is there. If we apply it, we'll not be interested in illusion anymore.
Donc on ne sera plus intéressé par l'illusion désormais.
We'll
lorsque
see
l'on
the living entities
appliquera
in
cette
animal
connaissance.
bodies and other living entities. We won't want to eat them anymore. We won't not cause them harm anymore.
On ne voudra plus manger ces êtres vivants que l'on voit de manière égale. On ne voudra plus leur faire du mal.
And even if we have been the greatest of sinners, which maybe some of us have, when we're situated in this boat of transcendental knowledge, you will be able to cross over the ocean of misery. This knowledge is a boat of knowledge which helps us to cross the ocean, text 36.
Quand bien même tu serais le plus vil des pécheurs, une fois embarqué sur le vaisseau du savoir spirituel, tu franchiras
It would be
l'océan
nice to get in that
des
boat.
souffrances.
It's
C'est
a
bien
happy
de monter
boat.
sur ce
It's a happy
bateau.
boat.
C'est un bateau très joyeux.
And it burns the fire, Krishna says. It burns the fire. It burns, as a blazing fire turns firewood to ashes, O Arjuna, so does the fire of knowledge burn to ashes all reactions to material activity.
Semblable au feu ardent
reactions.
qui réduit le bois en cendres, ô Arjuna, le brasier du savoir réduit en cendres toutes les suites des actions matérielles.
And listen to this one. Text 38, I suppose.
38.
In this world, there is nothing so sublime and pure as transcendental knowledge.
De rien en ce monde n'est aussi pur et aussi sublime que la connaissance transcendantale.
It's sublime. People are looking for sublimity.
Donc les gens cherchent quelque chose de sublime.
Perfect situation, utopia, Paris.
L'utopie,
People
Paris.
fly from all over the world to Paris for utopia.
On devrait inviter
They
tout le
arrive
monde à Paris pour l'utopie.
Especially right now, they arrive here, it's hell, they can't get anywhere.
Et surtout,
When they
si
get there, it's
maintenant ils arrivent
closed.
ici, c'est l'enfer, ils ne peuvent aller nulle part. Et s'ils arrivent à aller quelque part, c'est fermé.
And then all they see is some protesters burning their car.
Et tout ce qu'ils voient, c'est des manifestants en train de brûler leur voiture.
Whatever it is. And the prices are all jacked up. I've got to get a Uber, 10 times the normal price or whatever. I know what they're
Ou
charging.
alors,
right
ils
now.
vont prendre un Uber pour le
One
10 fois le
saving
prix
grace.
que d'habitude.
If you can find a metro or a train, it's free. That's one of the benefits. You may not know that, but it's actually, there's no checks on anything. You walk through.
Et un seul des bénéfices, c'est que si vous avez la chance de trouver un métro, il est gratuit, même si les gens ne le savent pas. Il y
The
a pas de
parking is dirt
vérification.
cheap. We park all day.
Les parkings
What's
sont
that place we parked? Sebastopol,
Sebastopol.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 10 euros all day long.
Actually, it was 0.
Zero, okay, he didn't pay, he's got a way of paying zero, he's clever at these things. No cost, we parked all day for zero.
Donc on a garé la voiture dans un parking souterrain gratuitement toute la journée.
But basically it's like, and as soon as you get, now I know quite clearly why Parisians consider Paris stops at the periphery.
Et c'est pour ça que je vois maintenant pourquoi les gens considèrent que Paris
Everything
s'arrête au
outside the
périphérique.
periphery is horrific.
Toute chose à l'intérieur du périphérique est horrible.
You go outside the periphery, Paris is horrific. It's a horrible place. It's terrible.
C'est un
It's
endroit
just unbelievable. Maybe the
horrible.
West is a bit better, but it's don't go there. Garbage and crazy. Oh,
Ouais,
terrible
inside or
architecture.
outside?
Huh?
Outside or inside?
Outside.
Oh, en
Inside
dehors.
is paradise. Paradise. Paradise.
L'intérieur c'est Paris, le paradis.
It's just terrible design. I mean, God, I don't know who designed it.
Je ne sais pas qui a mis cela en
Anyway,
place.
let that go. Just a bit of fun. On to the next. Okay, carry on. Sublime. We're all looking for sublimity.
Donc on cherche quelque chose de sublime,
Material,
beau.
sublime facilities.
Des facilités matérielles.
Such knowledge, this knowledge, is the mature fruit of all mysticism, is the result of all practices.
Et ce fruit est mûr de toute la mystique.
And one who becomes accomplished in the practice of devotional service enjoys this knowledge within himself in due course of time.
Celui qui atteint la perfection dans la pratique du service de dévotion, en temps voulu, jouira en lui-même de ce savoir.
It's like we see in the 10th chapter, what does Krishna say? Machita makadapana bodhiyantas parastram katyantas janam nityam tashanticha ramanticha. This knowledge is relished, is most everlasting and joyfully performed. Everlasting. Don't worry about just transliteration.
Ok. C'est dans le 10e chapitre, Krishna dit « Mes purs dévots absorbent en moi leurs pensées et consacrent leur existence à mon service, à toujours s'éclairer les uns les autres
The
sans
thoughts
s'obtenir
of
de
my
moi.
pure devotees, Krishna says, always dwell in me. Their lives are surrendering to me. They great bliss, always discussing about me, conversing and sharing it with others. »
Donc tous ces dévots qui ont dédié leur vie en moi, leurs pensées, ils passent toujours leur temps à s'entretenir de moi, à s'éclairer les uns les autres, et ils trouvent une satisfaction, une joie immense.
People have no access to this. The access is by one who has it. If we want something, you've got to go to someone who's got it, right?
Et les gens n'ont pas accès à cela. Si vous voulez quelque chose, alors vous devez vous rendre auprès d'une personne qui a accès à cette chose.
Like if you want money, you have to go to someone who's got money, right?
Si vous voulez de l'argent, vous devez vous adresser à quelqu'un qui a de
You
l'argent.
don't generally go to a beggar and ask for money.
Généralement, vous n'allez pas voir un mendiant pour lui
You
demander
may,
de
but it
l'argent.
doesn't usually work, does it?
Non, c'est pas
Although
comme
the
ça que ça
first
marche.
book I distributed yesterday was to a beggar.
Même si, en fait, hier, le premier livre que j'ai distribué, c'était un
I didn't know
mendiant.
what they were. There was a little kind of midget. Did you see that midget walking around?
Non,
I couldn't
c'était
tell
un
if it was a
nain.
kid, but it was a midget. They were a beggar. I saw them going around begging.
C'était un nain qui mendiait.
I don't know if it was a boy or a girl. You couldn't tell.
Je ne savais pas si c'était un garçon ou une fille, on ne pouvait pas voir la différence.
I thought, is it a school kid or is it what is it? But then I could understand it wasn't because they were begging. And they came up to me, and I said in the book, he said something like, "Is it spiritual?" I said, "Yeah." I said, and they put their hand out. They didn't have much money. They had some coins, and I said, take the book. They just gave me the coins.
Et donc, ils m'ont demandé, est-ce que c'est spirituel? Et
You
il a
must
dit
have
oui.
begged them,
Alors, ils
obviously.
ont ouvert leurs
And then they
mains,
went
il y avait
back
que
to begging
quelques
again.
pièces.
You know?
Et Maharaj leur a
But
donné
that
le
doesn't
livre.
usually happen like that. It's very rare. Once in a while it happens.
Bon, c'est très rare, c'est pas quelque chose qui
One of the
arrive.
street beggars
très
gave Revatinanda 5 years the other day for a Bhagavad Gita. Sometimes there's in the heart, you know.
L'autre jour, c'est un des mendiants qui a donné 5 euros à Revatinandana pour une guitare.
If you
C'est
want
quelque chose
something,
qui arrive très, très rarement, mais ça venait de leur cœur.
you go to someone who's got it. You go to the flower shop if you want flowers, right?
Hein, vous allez chez le fleuriste si vous voulez des
You don't go to
fleurs.
the flower shop and say, can I have a loaf of bread, please?
Vous n'allez pas dire chez le fleuriste, je voudrais une miche de pain, s'il vous plaît.
Okay, go over there, boulanger.
Non, allez là-bas, à la boulangerie.
So anyway, just finish these three or four verses.
Donc on va finir ces trois versets.
Text 39. A faithful man, any person, who is dedicated to transcendental knowledge and who subdues his senses is eligible to achieve such knowledge.
L'homme de foi qui maîtrise ses sens et se consacre à la connaissance transcendantale pourra obtenir ce savoir.
And having achieved it, he quickly attains the supreme spiritual peace.
Il parviendra alors sans délai à la plus haute paix spirituelle.
Now that's a very simple verse. It may not make sense, but it's simple. You apply the knowledge, you get the realization.
Donc c'est quelque chose de très simple. Vous appliquez la connaissance et vous recevez les résultats.
Where does that realization come from? It comes from Krishna.
Et d'où vient cette réalisation? Elle vient de Krishna.
We see in the 9th chapter, Krishna says, Raja Vijay Raja Guyam Pavitamidam Uttamam Patyaksha Vagamam Dhamyam Susukam Kartamavyayam. That this knowledge is Raja Guyam, is very confidential.
Et donc Krishna dit dans le 9e chapitre que cette connaissance est très confidentielle.
It's not just by reading the book.
C'est pas juste en lisant.
It's not just, the reading the book is like you take a capsule. I have a capsule here actually. Let me show you what.
Lire le livre, c'est juste c'est prendre une capsule.
Here
En
is a
fait.
capsule.
Ça, c'est une capsule,
Okay?
une
That's
pilule.
it? One capsule. Now, what is it? You know what's inside?
Est-ce que vous savez ce qu'il y a dedans?
What type of medicine?
Du médicament, mais quel type de médicament?
LSD.
Pardon? Oi! Yo! Did you hear what he said? Priya doesn't know what it is. No, he's no idea. Where do you get that from? Anyway, we won't go down that
Où est-ce
avenue.
qu'on a obtenu ça?
This is echinacea. Have you heard of
C'est
echinacea?
de l'echinacea.
Vegetarian echinacea. Have you heard of echinacea? It's, you know, Rasikananda knows. Anyone know what echinacea is? No, something you don't know.
Voilà,
There's
quelque chose que
something
vous
you
ne savez
don't
pas.
know.
Est-ce qu'il y a quelque chose que tu ne connais pas?
Echinacea, maybe you have a different term in this country. For me, this is the best immune system, natural immune system medicine. The best. Especially when there's a cold lurking. Gone. I haven't had a proper cold, I don't think, in years on end. I don't know how long. It may not work for everyone, but it's what's inside that counts, not the capsule. The capsule holds it, right? How to access the inside. Of course, we know it's a simple process for taking in. But it's like that. You've got the capsule, but you've got to get in. It's what's inside that counts, isn't it?
Et donc, en fait, ce qui compte, c'est ce qu'il y a dans cette pilule. C'est assez facile d'avoir cette pilule et l'avoir, mais c'est pareil avec cette connaissance transcendantale.
So how to enter into the realization of Bhagavad Gita, or the Bible, or the Quran, or any scripture.
On
How to
doit,
enter in.
on doit entrer dans la réalisation de la Bhagavad Gita ou du Coran ou de la Bible, de
What's
n'importe
the
quelle
secret?
écriture spirituelle.
What's the secret?
Quel est le secret?
The secret is given earlier in this chapter. We have to approach someone who knows the secret, who will show us how to enter in, how to apply it. That's what it means, how to apply this knowledge in our lives.
Et le secret est donné plutôt, on doit approcher une personne qui a cette connaissance et qui nous montrera comment l'appliquer, cette connaissance.
For those who don't accept, who doubt the scripture and doubt the direction of the scripture, they fall into Maya. They remain in the material world. For the doubting soul, there is no happiness in this world nor the next.
Mais les ignorants et les incroyants qui doutent des Écritures révélées n'atteignent pas la conscience de Dieu. Ils choient. Celui qui doute ne peut connaître le bonheur ni dans ce monde ni dans le
And
prochain.
I'll jump to the last verse of the chapter and finish.
Donc on va aller au dernier verset.
Therefore the doubts which have arisen in your heart out of ignorance shall be slashed with the weapon of knowledge. Armed with yoga, O Bharat, stand and fight.
Armé du glaive du savoir, il te faut trancher les doutes que l'ignorance a fait germer en ton cœur. Fort de l'arme du yoga, ô Bharata, lève-toi et combat.
So this fear or this ignorance, slash with the weapon of knowledge.
Donc il faut découper, trancher cette ignorance avec le glaive du savoir.
Armed with yoga? What does that mean? Stand and fight? Armed with yoga?
Armé avec le yoga,
On my
se
head?
battre.
I stand on my head?
Est-ce que je dois me
Sitting in
tenir
a
sur la
lotus
tête
position or
dans une
some
position
kind of
lotus
asana and fight?
ou une
Krishna,
sorte
that's
d'asana pour
nonsense.
se
I
battre?
can't do that.
C'est absurde,
That doesn't
Krishna.
make sense, does it?
Il n'y a aucun sens.
Armed with yoga?
Armé avec
Stand
du
and
yoga.
fight?
Se battre,
What is
se
this?
lever, se battre.
Arjuna is thinking yoga means to go away and forget all this, doesn't he?
Parce que Arjuna pense que le yoga, ça veut dire aller
Krishna
quelque
says,
part.
no, Arjuna, armed with yoga, stand and fight.
Non, ici Krishna dit,
Did
non,
I hear
armé
you
avec le yoga, lève-toi et
Did
bats-toi.
I hear you
Combat.
correctly? We'll have to get to the next verse of the next chapter, which we're not going on to see what Krishna says about that one. But armed with yoga is not some kind of external thing, it's an internal thing.
Donc être armé du yoga, ce n'est pas quelque chose d'extérieur, c'est quelque chose d'intérieur.
It's internal. Is that okay?
Est-ce que c'est ok?
You were looking a bit worried about that one. You went like this when I said that. You're suffering too much. The belly, yeah? That is burning. It's burning.
Ça brûle.
Where's your sister?
Où est ta sœur? Behind.
Oh,
She's
she's
making the
behind.
plates.
Oh, she knows how you feel. She's
Elle
getting
sait
it
comment
ready.
tu te sens.
Isn't it? This yoga is not just an exercise or some self-control. That may be there, but that's not the actual. Yoga means to be connected with me, or not with me, with Krishna. That's what yoga means.
Donc yoga, ce n'est pas juste des exercices extérieurs
Linked
ou un contrôle de
with
soi. Non,
consciousness.
c'est quelque chose d'intérieur.
That's
C'est
the
d'être
oneness,
connecté,
the
connecté
unity.
avec Krishna.
Not that we become Krishna, but we're one in heart with Krishna, with love.
Non, c'est pas que l'on devient un avec Krishna, mais que l'on est connecté avec Krishna.
It's like,
On devient un en cœur, au niveau du cœur.
You know what it's like
au niveau
when you
de
have
l'amour.
like a oneness with somebody? There's like this feeling of complete protection, this complete happiness. It's just, you can't experience it unless you have it. But that's fulfilled when we have that loving relationship with Krishna.
Et donc, est-ce que je ne sais pas si vous avez cette expérience d'être un avec quelqu'un, c'est lorsque l'on a une protection totale avec cette personne, lorsque l'on se sent complètement un avec cette personne.
Hare Krishna. So this opportunity is being afforded to us by the grace of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj, by passing this knowledge on to our spiritual master, who's made it available in all these wonderful, wonderful books, even down to the point of eating. Please, please take advantage of these books and practically apply it. Take advice how to do it, but practically apply it in our lives.
Et donc, cette connaissance transcendantale merveilleuse, elle a été donnée par Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur au maître spirituel de Maharaj, qui est Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, qui a mis cela dans les livres, et cela va jusque même la nourriture dans les livres de recettes.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Exactly on time.
Yes.
Don't worry, son.
Everything is ready.
You'll be okay in a minute.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So while they're getting ready, any questions?
Est-ce que vous avez des questions? It's ready already. We can finish if you want.
That's an answer. You're not supposed to give the answer, you're supposed to give the question. It's, you can tell where he's at. Jeez. We have to go out distributing books. We're in the middle of what we call the Prabhupada Book Marathon right now, Christmas time,
Donc, en
all
ce
over
moment,
the world.
on est en train d'effectuer ce que l'on appelle le
Traditional.
Prabhupada Marathon. On est en train de distribuer des livres de Srila Prabhupada pendant tout le mois de décembre. C'est une tradition.
So
dans
this
le
time of year,
monde.
we traditionally try to distribute as many books as we can, and you
Donc
know,
on essaie de distribuer le plus de livres possible
all over Paris and beyond. So we're going to
Partout
go
à
out. Some of
Paris
us are going to
et
go
ailleurs.
out to where are we going? To Gare du Nord?
Yes.
Garden North,
Vers le nord.
and try to distribute a few books there. And after that, we're going to see somebody with more books. And after that, we're going to go to the temple in Sasao, and I've got to give class there, an event there, and try to distribute some more books there. I did find some of these. Do you believe it? You were asking. They're out of print for decades. I don't know how you got the idea they were still available, but I found a small box, and I can't give you all of them because we need something. I do have 5 of these. Perfect questions, perfect answers in French.
Un livre très rare. Question parfaite, réponse parfaite. C'est le dernier qui reste qui n'ont plus été édités
But
depuis.
you've got to pay for them.
Mais il faut payer.
That's all right. And if anyone hasn't got, you can welcome. There's no charge for this. These are beautiful magazines.
Les magazines qui sont gratuits, ceux-là.
Beautiful glorification of the Hare Krishna movement. Man. Very beautiful.
Ce sont des glorifications
Meant to
du
be
mouvement de
glorified,
Hare
the most
Krishna.
glorious thing. Look at that, front page Paris. Incredible, huh?
C'est Paris qui est en
I'm not sure the
couverture.
back page maybe Brussels. I don't know where that is. Maybe in Spain. I don't know. From Belgium or Spain. One of them. The front page Paris. Eiffel Tower. Eiffel Tower. Paris has some of those beautiful buildings in the world, you know, but they highlight this tower called the Eiffel Tower. It's the ugliest building in the center of Paris. There are millions of beautiful buildings, in one sense, architecturally, in the center of Paris, not outside.
Il y a des millions de bâtiments qui sont des chefs-d'œuvre
Why they go
d'architecture à
for
Paris.
this metal monstrosity?
Ils mettent en valeur cette tour qui est une monstruosité de métal.
And Kali Yuga is upside
Kali
down.
fits into the Kali.
Pardon? It's Kali. It's people like mechanistic, mechanical, materialist. The more gross it is.
C'est Kali Yuga et les gens aiment les
Look at
choses
their art. Look at
mécaniques,
modern
mais-
buildings. They're so gross.
Regardez
The art is so gross
les
sometimes.
immeubles.
There's many artists here. I'm not trying to get on your case, boys, but isn't it
L'art
modern
moderne
art
est
is
tellement
gross
grosse,
compared to the fine
vulgaire.
art of the past, you know? Music. Listen to the music.
Ou la musique.
It's like, God, it sounds like someone having a bad trip on LSD.
On dirait quelqu'un qui est en train d'avoir un mauvais trip avec du LSD. Lorsque l'on écoute
Even
la
the food
musique.
is so bland.
Lorsque l'on mange leur nourriture, c'est tellement fade.
Anyway, you're welcome to have one of these.
Donc,
if you want.
vous pouvez en prendre un, c'est
Pretty
gratuit.
magazine. Very pretty. That's French. This is
En français,
English.
en anglais.
Okay. And if anyone wants a Tamil, I guess you don't have Tamil. If you want Bengali, there's a Bengali Gita. If you want Tamil Gita, we got
On a des guitares en bengali, en tamoul aussi, si vous en
Hare
voulez.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Very well. Well, thank you all very much for your whatever association,
Merci à vous tous pour votre association,
sitting with us patiently for the last hour and a half.
parce que vous étiez en train d'attendre impatiemment depuis une heure
Latest
et demie.
addition to the literary books there,
La dernière édition
the Gut Superior. The Gut
de notre
Superior.
collection littéraire, Le Goût supérieur.
It's good for the gut. Is that what it means? Superior
C'est bon
gut.
pour ceux qui ont
Higher
la
gut.
goutte.
Get a higher gut.
Ayez une goutte supérieure.
It comes to the English word gut comes from French.
Yes, it comes from that. Because it's the same name of
Yeah.
the disease.
English is a funny language. It takes a bit from all over the place. And it's become, because it incorporates all the different bits from major languages, it's become accepted as the easiest and most adaptable language on the planet. That's why it's used all over the world. You can more or less understand what other people are saying, even if they don't pronounce it at all correctly. Whereas in most local languages you can't. French particularly. If you don't pronounce it right, don't put it in the right order, it means nothing to most people. That's what I experienced anyway. Isn't it?
Yes.
It's like in English you say, light off one eye. I know exactly what they mean. But they mean it's absolutely nonsense as far as English goes. But you know what they mean. It's kind of very adaptable. Kind of like that. Hare Krishna. And chant Hare Krishna. If you haven't got one, here's a book to help you. Chant Hare Krishna. Okay. This is a really good book to convince us and to help us to chant with all our
Pour nous
hearts.
convaincre et nous aider à chanter le
These
Saint.
are all quotes from Srila Prabhupada, every one of them, our spiritual
Il
master.
y a toutes
On the
les
glories of chanting Hare Krishna.
les
There,
citations
I
de
have two
Srila
copies.
Prabhupada sur les gloires
Two
du
copies
chant.
left
du
there,
Saint.
2 copies. Sachinanda put it over there. Hare Krishna. Thank you all very
Hare
much.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
His Holiness Janananda Maharaj ki.
Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj ki jai.